Vegeta may achieve a new evolution of his higher self, called Ultra Ego 2, after taking a beating from Frieza, his greatest enemy. He realizes that Ultra Ego is no longer sufficient, and as Vegeta no longer carries the weight of the Saiyan sins, this becomes a trigger for an evolution in his higher self, perhaps a Phase 2 or even a Saiyan Ego. Want to know how this can happen in the upcoming chapters? Join me in the video as we see our warriors advance to higher levels in Dragon Ball Super, such as Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and Broly, who has currently joined Universe 7's team. We have, on the other hand, the return of another old villain who hadn't appeared since the Tournament of Power. We're talking about none other than the great Emperor Frieza, with his new black form. It's like villains are being recycled, with Frieza and Cell coming back with great powers, even though Cell was already defeated. Frieza remains, and if you followed Dragon Ball Super manga chapter 103, you know that after Goku's fight with Gohan, Broly's fight, and all the chaos, they went Earth. During this time, Goku, passing the torch to Gohan to take care of Earth, was used as a reference, with the Eternal Akira passing the legacy to Toyotaro, indicating that the next arcs could happen outside of Universe 7, perhaps. But in this moment of peace on Earth, everyone takes a break. Goku even meets his granddaughter Pan, referencing the end of Z, potentially bringing up to train with them or Goku alone. And Vegeta, how would he fare during this time? He's a great father, as we see him before the birth of his daughter Bra, staying by his wife Bulma's side. He wouldn't act any differently than seeking more power to protect them. While Goku rests, Vegeta, who now possesses teleportation after training with the Yard Rats, the same ones who taught Goku during the Frieza saga on Namek, goes straight to Whis and Beerus on their planet. Just like he did before, training secretly from Goku on Beerus' planet, he asks Whis for a way to defeat the current Frieza. Speaking of fast teleportation, go ahead and use your teleportation finger to leave a like on the video, subscribe, and comment. I really appreciate everyone watching, so enjoy the video more. Let's go. Whis explains that Frieza is currently steps ahead of him and Goku, 10 long years of training ahead. Here are some options Whis might suggest to Vegeta for new training and some key points in his evolution to reach his higher self and a new form. After the Granola saga in Dragon Ball Super, Vegeta underwent significant evolution, especially after meeting Bardock. The revelation that Bardock saved Granola's life and the subsequent reflection on his father's actions had a profound impact on Vegeta. He began to question the Saiyan legacy and his own pursuit of power, leading to a change in his attitude and perspective. Vegeta has always been known for his arrogance and thirst for power, but throughout the sagas, he has shown character development, moving from a ruthless villain to a complex and multifaceted hero. Bardock's story, expanded and recontextualized in the Granola saga, added more depth to the narrative and influenced the way Vegeta sees his own story and that of his people. These changes are an example of Vegeta's continuous evolution as a character, demonstrating that even the proudest warriors can learn from the past and grow emotionally. Saiyans are known for their fighting strength, pride, and ability to transform into powerful forms like the Super Saiyan. Originally from planet Sadala, the Saiyans later inhabited planet Vegeta, which had much higher gravity than Earth, contributing to their superior physical strength. But after a great trauma, Saiyans are capable of acquiring more power. Of course, the fact that the Zenkai existed in the series until a certain point was fundamental in the evolution of the remaining Saiyans, namely Goku and Vegeta. This ability allows a Saiyan to become significantly stronger after recovering from severe injuries, especially those that leave them on the brink of death. After recovery, the Saiyan's power level increases. We know that Saiyan Zenkai has ended and has given what it had to give, reaching its limit. It was a way for Akira to remove this infinite buff, which is too overpowered. It would lose the series' meaning to have them with this boost forever. So compared to Zenkai, alongside this boost is the higher self, which the more the warrior who uses it suffers damage, the higher their fighting power. Never losing the fighting spirit is also essential for this technique, and Vegeta has plenty of it, especially after the Granola saga. But even though Vegeta used to be evil and had his process of going from completely evil to good, we saw that in Dragon Ball Z, he still had a bit of that evil Vegeta in him. But that was all gone at the moment of his sacrifice because, like any Saiyan worth their salt, he does everything to have a fight with someone stronger or a formidable warrior. That's what happened. He did everything to have his fight with Goku, including killing people, but knowing he could revive them with the Dragon Balls after the fight. So would he really only think about destruction? The answer is no, folks. That's right. Just like we have Goku's Ultra Instinct, which he couldn't fully master because he was copying it from Whis, then he was told he could find his own way to use this technique, and he achieved Natural Instinct, accepting his Saiyan side, bringing Saiyan pride to himself. Similarly with Vegeta, he's using the same way Beerus taught him, as a copy. So Whis will surely use the same argument with Vegeta and show how he will reach a new form, Ultra Ego 2, or Saiyan Natural Ego. Which do you think is cooler? Comment below. One way for Vegeta to train would be to push his Ultra Ego to the limit, over and over again, but this would require adding someone else to the training. I would bet on Broly himself, or it would be the perfect arc for Vegeta to visit Universe 6 and the Saiyan home planet, Planet Sadala. There would be various training partners there, including his student Kaba. However, this would be somewhat unlikely because peace reigns there, so this arc will surely be adapted much later, especially given the context of Frieza's plan and the imbalance it will bring with it. And he could also train for the same 10 years as Frieza or less in the time chamber. It would be a perfect time for the Prince of Saiyans to perfect himself. Just like Goku and Vegeta under Whis' care, train their spirits and concentration a lot, Vegeta would use this to his advantage if he trained alone and thought of a way to evolve without Goku, Whis, or Broly's help. He has always achieved his forms based on feeling, absorbing divine power through training with Whis and Goku on Beerus planet, his Saiyan form in classic Dragon Ball Z, and also his transformation into Super Saiyan Blue, and another more advanced form in the Tournament of Power. During the fight against Toph, he reached an advanced form of Super Saiyan Blue, known as Super Saiyan Blue Evolved. This form is characterized by a significant increase in power, a denser and darker aura, and darker, spikier hair compared to regular Super Saiyan Blue. Vegeta unlocked this form through his unwavering determination and desire to protect his family and Universe 7. Of course, this would be more important for him at this moment. If he only thinks about destruction, his family will be left aside, and that's not what he wants because he aims to protect his family, even his student during the tournament, and now wouldn't be any different. So, it could be a deconstruction. Deconstruction is carried out by highlighting the ambiguities, flaws, weaknesses, and contradictions of a theory or discourse. The deconstructed, in this context, is dismantled or undone. Unlike destruction, deconstruction would be more appropriate. During his stay on Yardrat, Vegeta learned the spirit-controlled technique of the Yardrats. This technique allows the user to manipulate and control their own ki in various complex ways. One of the most notable applications of this ability is Force Spirit Fission, which Vegeta used to separate Maro from his absorbed energies during the Galactic Patrol Prisoner Saga. So, along with this technique and higher self, it would be something like stealing the opponent's fighting spirit and taking it for himself, not just increasing his power, but deconstructing the opponent. It would be Ultra Ego 2, or his natural ego, which has always been within him, the desire to defeat opponents in their strongest forms, just like with Cell. He didn't settle for an easy victory. This really suits Vegeta, so it would surprise everyone, including Frieza. So, what do you think of this theory? Thank you very much, and see you next time.